bad girl I represent. Sell one once, say all of my hustler them selling no ganja, burning no weed, doing no have to do for feed no family. What we selling?
First and foremost, free the whole world, boss. I am your gracious host, Caspian Montgomery. Welcome, Gaza Nation, to another Vybz Kartel Show episode. Today we will be breaking down the wonderful song What You Selling to the patois illiterate. The song doesn't need much translating, but I love the song so much because it actually relates to me. Many of you do not know this, but Caspian Montgomery is basically a certified botanist, and the only thing that I do know how to grow is cannabis sativa. I've actually written a book about it that you can buy on Amazon. I'll put it up here just to show you, and I will also throughout the video be showing you pictures of my own personal grow. Cannabis is a plant that heals and changes the entire world. I actually do not call it a drug. So, teacher, please begin.
Never try, get high on your own supply. We are traffic it from the west side to the east side. Ride or die.
Gaza Nation needed a song for the hustlers. This one is magnificent. Adisha the Innocent begins the first verse by stating the number one rule out of all rules is you never get high on your own supply.
Lesson number 2, don't get high on your own supply.
Even when I was growing it, I would get my own. I wouldn't even tap into what I was growing. It is just words to live by. And then he says that we will traffic it. We will transport this marijuana from the east to the west, the north and the south. Ride or die, meaning we will take the chance because I believe it is not just strictly for the money, not in all cases. It is because people genuinely need and deserve cannabis across the earth. So bravo and a big salute to the people out there doing it if it is still illegal in your state or country. Fortunately, in Massachusetts, it is not. So we are very open about it, just like alcohol.
Airport security I try, but you and I know we'd fly to New York in the snow. From Jamaica, where the land's fertile so dry.
Listen, we all know that the dirty Babylon is always trying to burn down crop fields and arrest innocent people trying to make a living, but it never works. There's too many of us and too few of you. We will fly it from Jamaica to New York City, spread it throughout the US, Amsterdam, the UK, all of Europe, Spain. We, Africa, we will not be threatened by you anymore. The movement is too strong, and cannabis is now getting a global push to become legalized, and it is just a wonderful time to be alive. Let me give you a quick example of how far it has come in the state of Massachusetts. We don't even have a plant anymore. Maybe last month was the last time I smoked a plant. We have it now in pens and jewel cases. I mean, this is just amazing. It is compatible with the jewel. I'm not getting paid by these people whatsoever. This is not a sponsorship. I'm just impressed about the way that cannabis sativa is. It comes in so many forms now. I love the plant, but it is so much work compared to these pens, and I'm getting so much more THC without burning off any of the chemicals used to grow the plant. I personally grew all organic cannabis in my time doing it, but that is completely unheard of in most circles. It is some of the best cannabis you'll ever taste, but there's a lot of science that I had to learn behind it. These are the jewel cases. It is just fantastic, and Adija, even if this was a song written a long time ago, is like a prophet, just seeing the future. He knows it will never stop. And with that being said, we have reached the glorious chorus.
What you're selling, 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 what you're selling. Hey, me sell marijuana pan the corner, so no informer pan the corner. This a shafi high when police arrive. Them shut up and try like Rihanna. Me sell marijuana pan the corner. Call me Mr. Farmer, ganja farmer. This a shafi high when police arrive. Them shut up and try like Rihanna.
The exiled Pharaoh, the businessman himself, begins the chorus. It is just actually a wonderfully put together chorus. Big shout out to Bobby Condors. If you were involved in the mixing of this, it is just exquisite. And then the boss, he says that he sells marijuana on the corner, and so there mustn't be any informers, any snitches, rats upon the corner. And this was an old form of selling, but I was around and did partake in the old hustling on the corner days, but it is much more refined now. And then he says that if the police are around, you have to stash away the marijuana and shut up and drive like the Rihanna song. And fortunately, we do not get arrested for marijuana anymore in Massachusetts unless it is quite a large quantity. But I do remember the days and had many friends that did a year in prison, 5 years, 8 years in prison just for a pound or 3 or 4 pounds of marijuana, which is unheard of now. You might get probation, and that was before it went legal, and it went fully legal just recently, so we haven't even experienced the whole thing yet. But I am rambling. This is just an exquisite, wonderfully put together Vybz Kartel chorus with all the lady songs that he's been doing recently. It is great to have one for the hustlers.
Look out for the DT, the DEA in NYC. Jail time for the crime too pricey. So where we sell, keep it on the DL.
Our great Gaza leader begins the second and final verse by saying that we must look out for the DTs, that is the detectives, and the DEA, and all the alphabet boys that are just running around trying to arrest mere marijuana sellers and buyers instead of actually going after real crimes. He then says that the price is too high in NYC for jail time, and I have my own gripes with NYC. And then he says, so if you do make a sale of cannabis, just keep it on the down low. Do not talk much about it. We are very open here in Massachusetts, but I did spend a lot of time in Manhattan, and it literally was like a police haven. It felt like I was in a military state. I did not like it at all. I had to sneak around just to smoke a joint or a bowl or a blunt. I dread those days. It is much nicer when you can be open about your marijuana usage if you're an adult, just like a responsible adult handles alcohol.
We hook up like IV. Crack cook up, not likely. Me like to keep clean from the whipped cream, but me hustle that hash, I'm a ship green.
Mr. Palmer then ends off this wonderful hustler's anthem by distinguishing that he will partake in the sale of cannabis sativa, but he will not participate in the sale of cocaine. We must, I mean, in America, they're both labeled Class 1 Schedule A drugs, and that is just not correct. I don't know of any cases of people overdosing and dying from marijuana consumption alone. And then he says that the weed he can hook you up like an IV, which is a very clever line, but he does not deal with the cocaine sales. He doesn't want to deal with pills or anything like that. He's basically letting us know where he stands. Marijuana is just like me selling you a t-shirt, or me selling you a CD, or a ear of corn. And with that last line, we have reached the end of another Vybz Kartel masterpiece. In the comments section, just for my own amusement, would somebody tell me whenever I say masterpiece, what artist I'm putting up on the screen? It would make my day. Other than that, if you've made it this far in the video, this is the end, but I would like to just go into a quick little tidbit about me and cannabis. I was in the military. It does help with PTSD. It helps people with various problems. You can research it. It helps even children that have seizures. It can calm them. It helps animals, dogs that have seizures. It helps obviously for cataracts. The benefits outweigh any of the negatives, if there is any. But I did grow, and I actually wrote a book on how to grow for complete beginners. So if anyone out there in Gaza Nation wants to learn how to grow organic cannabis, they can purchase my book on Amazon. As you do know, I get paid for none of these videos, and they take hours to edit and bring to you. I just don't talk into a screen and upload it with a picture in the background. I'm filming, editing, composing, putting in the music, cutting in the pictures. It takes a lot of work, and I would never ever ask or beg for money. But if you do want to learn how to grow cannabis, which a lot of people I assume do, the way to grow organically very easily and cost efficient, instead of going anywhere else, why not go to someone who you can actually trust? And I do not make much off of any sales, but I did want to plug that because I actually had something to plug for once. Please do not hate me. Now I'll show you some pictures of my grow and what I can do. It wasn't easy. I suggest if anybody ever wants to learn how to grow real organic cannabis, buy the book or get the book from a friend. I do not care how you get it, but it is called Teeming with Microbes. It's quite a tough read. I actually had to read it twice just to try and understand it. There's a lot of soil biology and stuff like that, so I broke it down in my book just to make it easy so anyone can do it, because it's the cleanest, the healthiest, the best tasting cannabis, and I can grow it and it's much cheaper than the chemical way, and it's much safer. So thank you for sitting through that quick little plug. I promise I will not do it often, Gaza Nation. Please like and subscribe to this channel, not for Caspian Montgomery, but for Deja, Azim, Palmer. Freedom is a must. Until next time, Gaza me say, forever.
What you're selling, 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 hey.